Welcome everyone, it's Vapors to Drakemar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. Last episode, we were upgrading Uugo and some other champions as well. In this episode, we're going to continue on our way for Uugo to join the greatness. I was also farming some food while we were at it, because this is also the last opportunity this account can get to farm food. So yes. Yes, that's also why I didn't want to activate the next boost, is because I wanted to be able to use the boosts as much as humanly possible. I did see the new League fighting game. It's really exciting. I am going to finish I am going to be finishing my playthrough of Avion 4, because I want to show you my ability with the rest of the Avion games that are higher quality, because pretty much every Avion game aside from 4 is higher quality. I mean, the graphics of Avion 4 is slightly higher quality, but the storyline and the gameplay and everything else is firmly better in the rest of them. So that's what I have to say about Avion 4. We were getting some more furniture today. Thankfully, the furniture was something that wasn't hard to deal with like before. So yeah. We're currently upgrading the rest of these. We'll also be upgrading Kale as well, with his masteries and stuff in the future. I do think Mausoleum Mage is going to be incredible with Elhain, honestly. Not with Elhain, with Drexthar, yes. In fact, I'm going to try that in this session if he doesn't reach level 50 already. Before that, I was also leveling him up with the rest of the squad, including Uugo, because Uugo needs help. I still want to try him at least once, even if he reaches level 50, with that Might of Undeath, because that's going to give him some serious power in a lot of content, especially with Drexthar involved. So yeah, we're going to do our usual lightning arrow. Since it's fully upgraded, it's going to do a lot of damage. Arcane shot does a fair amount. This makes sure that we do a lot of damage. She's an increased attack, so that's pretty useful in a lot of content. Sachi and Mausoleum Mage are also being aided in this process. But they aren't the only ones. We're going to be upgrading some food as well, before going on to the Tournament of Doom to try to finish up the last of that tournament. Most of this is bad gear anyway. We want the 5-star pieces. We want to get Uugo up to par instead of we want Uugo up to par instead of See, the thing is, Sachi is going to do a lot more when I get Sachi up to par. So yeah. Uugo's mainly here because of her ability to deal with threats. The cleanse, like particularly threats that throw out too many buffs. This is what she's there for. She can revive though, which I'm happy about because I need revivers that have like situational revive. This situational revive of Uugo is useful in many places. But yeah, I will be playing more League. Even though League has been treating me very rough lately, I do have faith that League gives me a lot of attention and connections. So it's still worth doing, even if it's a bit rough. Even if it's a bit rough, it still gives us a lot of attention. I'm still looking for a gore mask because I've decided that the time has come for me to work my way towards getting penitent eventually. I do want to save my shards in case, like, because the thing is, I want to have a lot of shards to hatch when I'm actually going to hatch a bunch. As you saw, I tried pulling one, didn't work out. I usually don't. I usually do one test shard if it's a more advanced shard. And if that doesn't work, I don't go any further. But other ones, I don't even have that much to spare, so I'm not gonna start looking for more champions right now. I already have a pretty cluttered collection of champs that are good enough, and the last one I pulled was not good enough, so I'm not gonna start fishing around for them until I can guarantee that. Until I can guarantee I get a better one, or close to guarantee. Not guarantee, but close to it. Because the thing about shards is they don't have a high probability of functioning the way they're supposed to. And that's the truth of the problem. That is the truth of the problem here. I do want to check to see what the abilities evolve into. The fact, though, that she's a cleanse also is extremely encouraging, as cleanses are generally needed in the depths of Doom Tower, generally speaking. He's also another good cleanse, but the fact that she has a cleanse and a remove buffs is very encouraging. And there we go. Uugo keeps climbing. That's good. Because we need Uugo and these characters to keep climbing. As I need to get them to the point where they're in like a nice stable state. And then from there, we can use them in the Doom Tower. Because right now, Uugo, I have to make sure that Uugo has what she needs to be an absolute menace. She is the first of her kind to reach this level of prestige. We do not have much left of the XP boost, hence why I'm recording this. Because I'm thinking, I'm starting to think that the that move of Sachi's is going to be a lot more useful once I upgrade what she can do. Because right now, we don't have these at where I need them to be. I need to check these people's abilities out. Because again, okay, that's a 4 turn. But I'm pretty sure it can be done better. I'm still looking for, you know, fusion materials and stuff. Because I still have to fully book up my Templar. Templar still has a use in the next rotation after this. So, yeah. All right, we got one. That's not bad. I do have to check how many of them we have and then try to use copies to aid my original Templar to try to get him into that state. Because we're going to want his ability to be on lowest CD we can. But yeah, Uugo is one of those champions that if you don't have someone like her that does block buffs, you're kind of in deep trouble. Either block buffs or remove buffs, like with Madame Ceres. But Madame Ceres is so incredibly rare that it's far more likely that you're going to have someone with block buffs. Now, Norog would be a good substitute for her, but I don't have him. And that's the harsh reality of the matter. I don't have Norog. So that's part of the issue here. So we're going to go fight Bad Alcazar. I do want to experiment with Cold Heart on this later. When I get her better gear. And of course, put Uugo into the mix. Because Uugo is going to do a lot. we go. Oh, Mausoleum Mage reached 50. Let's go. Let's go. That's one major goal down. Uugo's going to have to go through the ringer. These are two that are going to turn into 4s. So yeah. We're going to go through the ever popular War Maiden land. And because yeah, I need her to at least reach level 50 or 51 and try to get her gear up to par before I take her back to the amazing landscape that is the Doom Tower. It takes a lot of XP to get Uugo where I need her to go. Because Uugo... I might do some Void Potions. Because I have a fair amount of Void Champions I've been ignoring. Including, but not limited to, Broadmaw. Broadmaw being somewhere back in the boonies. Along with Basher and Godseeker and Neri. They're in the boonies. They're eating canned beans. You can tell that Sachi has not been eating... Well, she originally was eating some of those canned beans. But we got her out of the canned beans bin. And she's no longer eating the canned beans. She's swinging her little scythe weapon around. In the regular squad. Which is a high honor for her. Although Uugo, strangely, has an even higher honor of being the first of her faction to reach 6-star. That's a high honor. I need to emphasize how high of an honor that is. I need to emphasize that to everyone present. Because I have not promoted a single Oghren. Not a cult brawler, not Crockle the Gaunt. She is the first of her kind to be promoted to this high of an honor. No one else in her faction has reached this high of an honor. No one. That is something that everyone needs to know. She is the first of her kind. In this whole account, on any account, she is the first Oghren tribe member to reach 6-star. In fact, she is the first she's the first one. And she is one of only 2 that reached level 50. So it's like rank 5 level 50. It is an honor. She is the Oghren tribe's member who has the highest honor of any of her tribe. None of them even come close. So yeah, she has a special place as she fights her way up to being in the high command up here, which is very rare. She is up there with the dark elves, the high barbarians, and the demon spawn. Very few champions share this great honor. The Maelstrom Rack. She fights her way through the campaign as I help carry her with that. The first Shadowkin on here that was 6-star. That honor definitely went to Ninja. I'm thinking the next one, though, is probably going to be Taragi and then Sachi. But it's definitely going to be Taragi. Because Taragi... Do I really need to explain why we're promoting Taragi? I hope not. I hope not. Because Taragi, he does a lot. So we're going to be fighting the dragon now. Trying to help out Uugo here. That increased attack is going to do a lot. Can we get the leech on there? No. We got a leech. She got the leech. She also died. It's unlikely that we're going to see her revive yet, though. Because her revive only really activates when everyone but her dies. And that's also why I have to get her up to par. Because if I can get her up to par, you guys might even get to see her revival. Because she has actually a very potent revive. But it's a very situational revive, and it only activates if she is the last one standing. But it's a very powerful revive. Do not underestimate it, because it is a team revive. It is a team revive, and there are not many team revives in the game. And I think there's only one other epic in the game that actually has a team revive. So yeah. Uugo is amazing champ. I think she's probably one of the most, if not the most underrated champ in the game. And hopefully, for everyone who watches, and hopefully those who subscribe will get to understand eventually where she's going and why she got promoted. Eventually they will understand why that is. Because I do firmly believe she has a use in a lot of areas of the game that no other champion on this account has the same level of use. There are those who come close. Taragi and Apothecary are dangerously close, but they don't do the same job. There are those with a cleanse, but not only does she have the cleanse, but she has the ability, the Maelstrom Rack, that seriously distinguishes her from the rest of the group. See how we're climbing through the land of the lizards. Here, lizard. The lizards. The lizards of doom. Yes, the lizards of doom. I think they kind of redesigned Sachi's stance. I don't know why, but they did. Kinda. At least in the thing. She kind of looks like the upgraded version, though, of Life Taker. Like Life Taker, but actually takes lives and is actually good. Yes. So we're going to continue to go through this place. Do that. Get him with that. We're going to keep on trucking. Attack the rosin. Hopefully one day we'll actually have the rosin. We won't just be talking about attacking the rosin. But until I get Raider on this account or Penitent on the other account, we're not fusing rosin. It's not happening. Once that happens, a whole bunch of situations are going to arise once either one of those champions is found on either of their respective accounts. Like this one has a penitent but no raider, and the other one has a raider but no penitent. You have to have both. And there we go. Fight the dragon. The arena gauntlet to Uugo's glory. All right, hello, Mr. Dragon. How are you doing today? King of the Lizardmen. I'm getting a leech on there. Increasing that crit rate. Those arrows on there. At least we got the decreased defense on there. And there we have it. Let's keep it up. Gotta get Uugo through the abyss of death. As these three will eventually get promoted into the upper echelons of glory. Eventually. Get the tough on him. I mean, it's situational to the point where I don't think I can demo it here, where she literally revives her whole team. Certainly not before she reaches 60. Pretty much. Get him with that. There's a reason I don't go through that specific neighborhood most of the time, is because I don't like the difficulty in which it takes to actually kill these nut bars. The thing is, every time I make a 6-star, I'm contractually obligated to take them through the experience. Get on with that. I'll take a minute for that stage. There we go. Drexstar, as per usual, is carrying pretty hard on here because his affinity strength is doing the job. Now, while Drexthar can probably solo this part of campaign, it's useful to have him train up new recruits. Especially through this less than favorable affinity zone. Fighting these Admonitors, who I have yet to build an Admonitor to this level of power. Okay. Oh, the From Beyond denied the other passive. I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, Uugo's putting in work for what she's supposed to do. She does everything but really high damage. Like, her damage is not the worst, but her big thing is the utility, the block buffs, the leech, the cleanse. That's her big utility. Yeah, unkillable buff is very annoying to deal with. We're going to keep going up, though, because, again, I have an okay number of gems, and I've got to keep these champions going. Because I need to get her to 50 or 51 so I can actually make Doom Tower progress. Because to make Doom Tower progress, one must do a lot. There we go. That burn going. Do that. Kitus is trying to go for some shenanigans. I would expect nothing less of him. Yeah, this is the slowest. The Night Revenant section is the slowest because they're the tankiest and the most, like, you know, I'm going to make this tedious for you kind of enemies. That's kind of what these enemies do. Very similar to the way that Valkyrie works, though you don't see her in this section. I may also need Uugo to serve me in the the terrible realm where the terrible realm where the boss lives. Bad Alcazar, nightmare form. Because right now, that's exactly where we're at. Okay, we blocked their buffs. Drexthar goes in. Uugo tries to place her leech. Uugo is obviously going to struggle a bit, as she has magic affinity. And she's also not level 60. And Drexthar's level 60. So we can face tank that like a boss. Okay, so I'm going to put Uugo in there. I'm going to try to get her to par and him to par. These three are going to turn into 3 rank 4s for use in future leveling ups of other champions. Because there's a lot of champions that we haven't covered, that I haven't covered personally, and that we need to level, that are level 40 and are being ignored. That's the truth of the matter. The bitter truth of the matter is there's a lot of champions getting ignored. One of them, and I'm sure you'll agree, that I've wanted to focus for a long time, but I haven't, is Jingle Hunter for the holiday season. What's a holiday without Jingle Hunter? Yeah. Granted, Uugo isn't for the holiday season. Uugo is for a very important purpose. She's actually for a very specific purpose. Uugo isn't like for playing around. Uugo is for actually very serious Doom Tower business. She's not there just for show. She's there for the majority of she's for the big content. That's what she's for. Now, I know it might seem a bit wasteful to use gems to refresh my energy here, but rest assured, I needed to have a way for Uugo to get to at least level 50 plus. As that's where her power is going to start to flow. Yes. Now, before I continue, once we run out of energy again, I'm going to start labeling, going to make some rank 4 foods. Because in the end of the day, I need to yank people more out of the 40s bin by far than summon new champions. Because as you could clearly see, I have a lot of champions, and a lot of the best champions I've got are locked away in the 40s bin. That's the truth, including but not limited to Outrider, Aethel, Haruspex, Armina, Jingle Hunter, Fleshmonger, Marquez. He's on the rank 4 bin as well. Broadma. Like, there's a lot of them. There's a lot. I could go on. There's more than it appears because then you also have to account my vault. My vault is full of them. Full of examples of ignored champions. Like, that's my problem. I neither have the shards, not really, not many, and I don't have the motivation to get new champions when the ones I have are already crazy and I already have them all not leveled up. Because I have to start to apportion, like Tayrell, for instance, Basher, hell, even Grush the Mangler's over here, Soulbound Boyer, Giscard the Sigiled. She's pretty bad, though. I might end up feeding her. Shield Guard, Commander is okay. Doom Screech is pretty good. Marked is pretty good. He's pretty good. Our specs. Clawed Beast Feeder can be amazing. These have insane potential. Taragi has absolutely insane potential. Apothecary, shoutouts to Apothecary. I know you're like, why shoutouts to Apothecary? One day, if you don't know it now, one day you'll understand. One day. One day you'll understanding the value of an apothecary and be like, oh, and I'll be like, yep. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And be like, aha. So that's what that was about. And I'm like, exactly. So here we're going to stall for a bit because I want to get them up to 50. Uugo reaching level 50 is going to be a big deal. So that's why I'm trying to give her some additional XP before the end. Because she needs a lot. And this seems to be the ideal place to do it. Right before the boss. Well, we'll vary it up a bit. How's that? We'll go... Where do I need it most? Yeah, Tilshire. Because I need that specific... I need a specific character from here. See, there's so many champions to 6-star and so little time to do it. That's what it comes down to. It really does come down to that. And I already have an Armiger built out, so I'm not going to build out another one on here. So we're going to change it up a bit here. Just to try to give Uugo some more power. Just to emphasize how much we need Uugo to get promoted. I'm actually going to do something a little bit rare. I'm actually going to pump Uugo up with potions. Because Uugo is literally worth that. She is literally worth every penny. In addition, I'm going to start making level 4s. Now you're like, level 4s? Why would you be making level 4s? I need to drag some of these suckers out of the bin. There is an excess of suckers in the bin. They need to get out of the bin. There is way too many of them in the bin. I already have an armiger developed. Don't flinch about that. I already have an armiger developed, so I don't need to make more of them. And even if I did, I can easily get more armigers. I open enough shards each day to make an absolute army of armigers. And that's a fact. That's a straight up fact. That is a straight up fact. I mean, I'd like to feed these two, but these two are actually pretty valuable. And I'll later on explain why. Because this is really good for a clan boss team, and this is one of the strongest healing team damage dealers in the game. Period. I am going to be developing an armiger further on the other account. I'm also going to be checking to see if my armiger is fully booked, the one that I have made. Because yes, I still use an armiger on this account, believe it or not. Okay, good. We are also additionally going to keep promoting Uugo's gear. Okay, get that to 10. Go to the tavern. I'm sorry, but it's worth the investment. She is literally worth every penny I've invested in this champion. And later, I will show you why. Because she has a very important sacred mission involving Doom Tower. And I hope you all understand, once I get there, why. Alright. Let's go back to the campaign. And continue the crusade. Yes. Yes, the crusade of doom. I mean, I was going to not invest potions in her, but I want to try to shorten up this episode, and I really need to invest a lot in Uugo in a hurry. She's one of those champions I cannot wait on if I want to make progress in this game at all. Because at this point, it's gotten to a critical mass, if you will. It's a critical mass. So Uugo, crowning her level 50, we will be taking her straight to the great Mortu Macaab to crown her as the first Ogren to reach rank 6 and the first one to reach level 50 rank 6. And perfect timing. She reaches level 50. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, where do I want to go now from here? I really badly want to kill my dupe shaman, but I'm going to hang on to hope that that they've got good ideas with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove in her, because she is going to be part of the equation. Anyway, in the next episode, we are going to be continuing to develop these two, because I want to get Sachi. I want to get Sachi to 50. And I will see you then. And I also want to get I want to use up the last of this boost as well, in addition. But I'll also only have that much time to finish that mission as well.